Welcome to iTech Study Bar. This is SBK. So now I am sharing my screen. Yeah, everyone getting my screen, I think. So last class we have discussed some like batches. Last class what did we discuss? I want to open this in pen. Okay. Last class some discuss about the related Java things. Why we selected Java as your career. These things I will discuss. I have discussed okay with you and many tools. And why is selected? Because easy, it's learning process is easy, open source, and many more things. That's why we are using. We are selected Java as a career, and career growth is the very effective in Java. Package is high. If you are selected as a Java developer in any organization or any company, like product based and other companies, service based. Okay, whatever you what type of company, which type of company you selected is that matters a lot, and which profile you selected. Okay, so this is the all about Java. What is Java? Object oriented. What I told you. Go and read once this document. Okay. Now our topic is the advanced Java. In the advanced Java, in Java, we can develop two types of application. In Java, we can develop two type of application. We develop two type of application. We develop two type of application. Okay. Two type of application. First is the standalone application, and second one the distributed application. Okay. And next point is the distributed application are divided into two parts. First is the web application. Second one the remote application. Next point is the third. Third point is the Sun microsystem divided Java into three parts. How many parts Java Sun microsystem divided? Three parts. We are using only two parts. I will teach only two parts. First is the standard. This is the part of the core Java, Java SC, Java standard edition, and Java ME. I will teach you Java. Sorry, Java EE. I will teach you, and Java ME. I will not teach you. Okay, Java EE is the like Java Enterprise editions. Okay, and Java ME micro edition for the mobile link. But nowadays, like in some few days back, some people's not implemented that much clarity about this, like Java ME. Okay, so they stop working on that Java ME technology. They work only two types of parts. Okay, which type of part? Java SE and Java EE. Yeah, part spelling is wrong, I think. If you like that. Parts. Okay, and Java SE used to develop standalone application, and Java EE is used to develop distributed application. I will tell you what is the distributed application. What the okay now open. Okay, here it is open to session 2 and intro part 2. This is I will tell you also file. Okay, sorry, it's opening now. That's why it's creating one new. So control and I want to save it. Yeah. Save this, select this one, and go to session is 2 and so now it's waits time it good. So now the heading is the advanced Java intro. Advanced Java entry. Some more point, I will tell you. What is the standalone application? Anyone know? If you are know, the comment on the comment box. Okay, what is the standalone application? I will tell you. Standalone application. Application. Standalone application. No. Now point is standalone means it is an application installed on a machine and it is non-shareable across the network. What is the meaning? What is the meaning? If you create the application by using Java SE technology, and this code and install in a single machine, and that code will that job search results. Not share. Okay. So now point is that my point is standalone application means it is an application. It is an application installed on one machine. Okay. One machine and it is non-shareable across network. That means it is the standalone application. Also simple example, like one simple example is, what is the simple example is? Calculator. And next, I will tell you one real-time example. For example, like antivirus. Yeah, this is the antivirus. You install on a single machine, you cannot share. You install on one machine. Machine cannot be shareable to another machine. Okay. So this is the standalone. You cannot share on the. And first is the calculator, and I will tell you one real-time example. And you heard about Eclipse. Another example, Eclipse. Eclipse ID is also a standalone application. You can install on a single machine. You cannot share across the platform on another machine. Okay, you install on a single machine and use it. This is also standalone application. So Eclipse ID install on one machine is not shareable to other machines. Okay, this is another example. I think you should get and be getting any clarity. I think. Okay, so now next point is, what is distributed application? Anyone tell me? Distributed application. Distributed application. Pause the video and try to give an answer. Okay. So distributed application is, I will tell you, some point are like server side and other things. I will tell you one by one. Don't worry. Just I'll give overview. What is the distributed? What is the standard? That's it. Okay. And give some example. So one distributed application. Distributed application means it is it is an software. It is an application called software. It is an application installed. It is an application installed on server. Install on server machine and shareable from clients, client machine. Anyone else to give me this like example? If you're watching this video on YouTube, so you can able to give answer using comment box. Comment, yeah, simple. If you know the distributed examples, I will tell you. Example, for example, like Flipkart. Flipkart is the distributed application. Also, you can call the distributed. Flipkart is the distributed application. Okay. Flipkart application. I will tell you. A Flipkart application installed on a server. Okay. Server machine. Server and it share and it is share or accessible to all the clients in network. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah. This is the distribution. Well, I will give a simple example to you. So try to understand. Don't try to like confuse yourself. Just this is the intro part, and some prerequisites are there. I will discuss. Don't worry. In the next sessions, next videos. Now I am preparing some background. You should aware about the word Java. So don't waste time. So now point is the standalone application. What is the follow? So, one student at client side. Okay. Standalone. I want to write some note. Okay. Note is the standalone application. Standalone application does not follow client server architecture. Client server model architecture. But distributed application follow client server architecture. I will tell you what is the client server architecture and these ones. Okay. So now my question is, what is the server side application? What is server side application? Anyone else to tell me? So server side application. Okay. Server side application is a web application. Web application is a server side application. It means application. It means application runs on server. And on server it is accessible for all clients across the network, across the network or through the network, across the network, across the network, 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 through, through browser like Google Chrome browser. Okay, through browser. That's it. Okay. And my next is question is, what is the remote? Remote. What is remote application? Remote application. Application. Sorry. What is remote based application? We can creating by using Java two type of application. First is the web application. Second one is the remote based application. I will tell you now. Okay. Now a remote, right? A remote application is an application. A remote and application divided into two parts called client and server. Client and server. Okay. Server programmer, server program run on server side, server machine. Server system, a machine, and client program run on multiple client machine, client system or machine, whatever you want to say. For example, real-time example to you. Real-time scenario, ATM machine, and everyone see the ATM machine, na? So the ATM machine application are remote application. Remote application server program runs. Server programmer runs on bank server system. Server program run on bank system and client program run on multiple ATM machines. Okay, multiple ATM. Okay. Multiple ATM centers. Okay, we can call centers and multiple machines. Not okay. No issue. So this is the standalone application. A standalone application means it is an application installed on a one machine and it is not shareable across the network, like calculator, antivirus, and also Eclipse. Okay. Distributed application means it's installed on a server machine and shareable from client machine. Okay, like Flipkart application installed on a server machine. Okay, that's it. Understood. And it access all the client in the network. Okay, those who are want to access like Flipkart, go and browser and search Flipkart. But application where is deployed, where the Flipkart application is available in the server machine. Server machine is available now. And you can access by using browser. You are anywhere, no issue. You can access. If you have network connection, internet connection, then you can go and browser search. Got the browser and search. Okay. So node point is a very important. A standalone application does not follow the client-server architecture, but distributed follow the server client-server architecture. Why? Because client-server architecture means to client is there, server is there in a distributed application. But in the standalone application, only client is there. Why? Because it's a standalone application. You can work with the only single machine. So now, server side application. What is the server side application? A web application is the server side application. Okay. It means application runs on a server and it is accessible for the all clients across the network through the browser. Remote application is the application divided into two parts called client and server. Client server program runs on the server system and client program runs on the multiple client systems. Okay, like ATM. ATM is the best example. The real time. I think everyone get it now. So, I want to increase the size. So now my question is, what is different now? Anyone tell me what is difference now? Difference between loan application and web application. And pause the video, try to give answer. Anyone if you know. अगर आपको ये पता है तो पोज करें वीडियो को और देख अपने आंसर कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख के मेरे को बताएं, ठीक है भाई। मैं पढ़ूंगा यार, कमेंट भी पढ़ूंगा। I will lead it. I will lead it. Don't worry. I will lead. Okay. So now standalone application. I will tell you all these things. A standalone application in the middle of the course, I will upload PDF notes also, which I have prepared already. Okay, don't worry. Run on the local machine, but the web application runs on server machine. That's it. And next is a standalone application. The standalone application is not accessible to all the clients in network. But the web application is accessible. You can access accessible to get. Are you getting my point now? The client in the network. This is the difference. I have told you. So now next question is, what is difference between web application and remote application? Question may rise na. I told you, I will tell you all these things, all possibilities I will tell you. Okay. This type of question you will get in the interview room. I will also tell you. Difference between web application and server remote application. Now point is, in web application client is a browser and remote application client is a Java program. Very clear point. Okay. web application, web application client is a browser in a web application. Okay, in a web application client as a browser, and in a remote application, try to understand, remote is the remote application client is a Java program. Java. Now web application now it question may rise. Now web application, how many types of web application are there? Web application are two types, or two types. Web application also are two types, I will tell. First is the first one is web application. First one is the static. Second one is the dynamic. First one is the static. Second one is the dynamic. So now you can go. Oof. Okay. Now come here. So what is meaning of static and dynamic web application? What is the meaning of static and dynamic web application? Try to understand. Try to understand what is the meaning of static and dynamic web application. I will tell you. I will give us some point to you, preparing some background for you, so you will get when I will teaching like advanced Java. I will teach servlet and JSP. I will develop like project, mini project, and industry-based projects. So you should aware, you should know all these things. This is the standalone application. This is the distributed application. This is the web application. This is the in the web application. This is the static application. This is the dynamic application. So now the first one is static. Static. Okay. So now, static application will concentrate. What is the meaning of concentrate? Focus. Only static application approach the concentrate. Is correct. Concentrate on presentation. Okay, this is the simple point. Okay, where we put like and number two, dynamic. Number two is a dynamic. Dynamic. Where is the concentrate? Where is your concentrate? Is it the main important? Okay, no. Dynamic. Come on the subject. Okay. Dynamic application will concentrate on server service, not server. Okay. Static application only concentrate on the like presentations by using HTML, CSS, JavaScripts, and bootstraps. Okay, these things. Dynamic for the services. How to insert the data, delete the data from the database. Services. Okay, dynamic. Note point. Some note point. I have some note point. Note. Okay. To develop static application. To develop a static application, we need only client site technology. Logic. Technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, etc. Okay. Now, to develop dynamic application, we need server side technology. Server side technology. Technologies are required. Okay. Technologies like are required, like whatever. Technology like required, server side technology like CGI. This is the old technology. We are using like web application development using CGI, Common Gateway Interface. This is the old technology. Yes. Servlet. Servlet. Okay. GSP. PHP. PHP is also the and etc. Many more technologies are there. Okay. So by using like dynamic, we should aware about the Servlet and GSP, and many more things are there. So my question is, one question is there. I have one question for you. What we can do? I have told you also. Okay. So this is I give a point to you. Don't worry. Advanced Java. What we can do with advanced Java technology? I'm okay. If you learning advanced Java, if you are learning advanced Java, then you should know. First of all, I'm telling. I want to tell you something. Like advanced Java technology, not there. Like the industry up to the mark. Don't tell in the interview advanced Java and core Java thing. Just told you what is the Java SE and Java double. That's so now what we can do with the advanced Java. Sorry, Java spelling is wrong now. Okay. What we can do? We can develop dynamic 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 we can develop dynamic web application by using advanced Java. We can develop like website, okay, with database, DB, like database like database support using JDBC technology, using JDBC or servlet and GSP technology. Yes. So this is all about intro part. This is all about like you should aware this type of in the interview. No one asks this type of question right now. Why? Because everyone should aware if you're learning any programming language, these things should have knowledge. Why? Because I am introducing this subject, so it's my responsibility to teach you these things. That's why I am telling to you. That's why I'm teaching to you. I have to teach you. So now, so some prerequisites are there. Some prerequisites. Some prerequisites are there. You should know aware about. You should. So now my question is, I will test you as a question. Okay, first I will ask as a question, and I will give answer. Don't worry. Question is not a question. Why we need a class? This is the most important. Why we need a class in Java? Why we need a class? We have everything. We have everything, na? Why we need a Java class in Java in class? So I will tell you. Java is providing now already like data types. Already providing Java na, like data types. You can create whatever you want. You can do it na by using data types. But one point is there. I will tell you. Java programming language. Java programming has already provided predefined data type. But this is the reason, but they are not enough. They are not enough to, they are enough not by creating the object, creating the projects. They are not enough to creating the project. So, okay, projects. This is the first point. And next point is, for example, we are creating a project. We are creating a project. Okay, we are creating a project like airlines. Okay, airlines is reservation system. Airlines reservation system. In this project, we require some more things like predefined kind of thing. Predefined and user defined. In this project, we need a passenger. We need a passenger in this project. We need project, we need to passengers. We need a passengers data type. We need a passenger data type now. And but in Java, there is no predefined data type called passenger. Okay, this is the reason. Now, so we need to create our own data type now. So we need to create our own data type. So we need to create our own data type called passenger in this project. For this, we use class. So we need to create our own data type called passenger in the project for this we use class. Okay. The final conclusion is in my side. Final conclusion is from my side is finally class is a keyword used to use for creating user defined data. That's it. This is all about class. Now, next question is why we need object. Why we need object? Why we need object? Anyone tell me why we need object? You know the object. What is the object? No, this is not core Java. This is the advanced Java. So why we use object? This is the main point, na? This is the main point, na? This is the main point. This is the main point. What is the object? In C language, when we run the program, then a program loaded into the memory. Na? In a C program, when we run the program, then a program loaded into the memory, then the execute and terminated. Okay, execute and terminated. This is the point now. But some more point is that to run the same program again, we need to load the program into a memory again. This is the drawback now in a C program. If you run in a C language, when we run the program, then a program load into the memory, then execute, and it's destroyed, terminated kind of thing. To run the same program again, we should need to load the same program into the memory, and again run. Okay, so this is the drawback. That's why we need an object in C program. In C programming, when we run the program, here I'm not telling what is the object, I'm telling why we use what is the need of object. Okay, so program loaded into memory, then executed and then terminated or destroyed. Terminated. That's it. To run same program again, to run the same program again. What should we do? Then we need to load the program again into the memory, load the program into memory again. Okay, this is the drawback. That's why we use object. Now, the point is in object-oriented programming language. In object-oriented programming language, C++ is the also object-oriented programming language. We can load a class into the memory for one time, and we can execute it for multiple times by using objects. So my point is clear. In object programming language, we can load a class into memory. You can load a class memory for one time. Okay, for one time. One time. And we can execute. We can execute it for multiple times. Multiple times by using sorry, by using object. In C also, in C++. And Java is also in the hero, the object oriented programming language. So I hope these things we should cleared. Everyone's cleared now. After watching this video, try to watch one more time, please. And habituate to. I will upload these notes also on Telegram channel. Don't worry. Every day after the class. Okay. On a YouTube, we will get this video. On a YouTube, we will get video. So now, next question is why we need interface in Java. This is the main point. I will write some point. Okay. Why we need interface? Why we need interface in Java? Tell me. Those people who are watching this video on YouTube, those people who are watching on, please pause when I am asking any question to you, pause the video and try to answer. Write something on a comment box. Write something on a comment box. Then I am able to understand now. You are understanding or not? Okay. So judge your knowledge and your core Java. How you learn. How much knowledge you have. Okay. So in client, I would like to in client server or client or server application of Java. A client is the client application calls methods. Client application calls method called services. Services of server application. Server application, na? Okay. It right. It a client application. It a client application wants to call the methods of server. Then the client application should know what are the method exist. This is the problem now. I will tell you problem here. First of all, exist in server. Client should know the where about this, how many methods are there. Okay. A server application tells the client application about what are the method in server by creating an interface. I will tell you. A server application tells the client about by using the interfaces. By using interface, servers tells to the client. Oh, and highlighted some point, then you will get clarity. Don't worry, don't mug up. Just be with me. Try to watch full video, first to end. Don't skip single minute. Okay. So interface provide communication, communication between client and the server. Okay. This is the real time example, yeah. This is the real time example. Okay, I will tell you real time. In real time application, one module calls methods. One module calls method of another modules. A communication between the two modules. A number of modules are there, but I give an example only two modules. Okay, modules are established by using interface. That's it. This is all about interface. I hope you should clear some point. Try to watch one more time this video. Okay. Read the document properly. So now learn core Java, but don't read this type of question also. We need abstract class. Abstract classes. Why we need abstract classes? Tell me. Pause the video and tell me. Now, in Java project, multiple classes are there. Multiple classes can have some classes, some methods, and some methods can have logic, some logics. Okay. So now, in order to get reusability, we create a super class. We create super class, and in that we define common logic methods, and we make common logic we make common logic method as abstract. That super class is an abstract classes. This is the why I'm not okay. How much complexities are there? I will tell you. Okay. Like you create one class. Class like something like burger. Okay. Burger. Abstract. Abstract class burger. Okay. Abstract class burger. Okay. So here, void packing is the one method. You declared one packing is the method and provide some logic. Nothing in logic. You just okay. This is the one method, no? This is one method. Oh, I mean, no, I want to declare one abstract. Abstract void calculate price. This is the abstract method. In this case. Now I want, this is the top of method, na? So here is, okay. So now I want to provide some implementation simple. So these methods are available. Like class, veg, many type of burger there are. Veg burger. Veg burger extends by using extends burger. Burger class. Okay, burger wide override the method like calculate. Why? Because the burger, veg burger is like veg burger is price is different, and non-base burger is like chicken burger. Non-base burger is the price is different. That's why I declared one common method as the abstract. Okay, so I can override or implement calculate price. I hope you are getting clarity. Okay, some logic. I'm not providing a logic, just I'm telling you. Okay, word very good intention. So same here. Nothing is there, same copy. I want to copy, I don't want to write resolution. Same method is there. But I want to here is not a burger, veg burger. I want like I want like chicken or other and like non-veg, non-veg burger. Okay, non-veg burger. I want this non-veg burger. So non-veg burger is price is different, and but packing is the same, na? Packing method is come when you extend the burger class. This is the super class, na? When you extend the burger class, it will automatically come into this. It will automatically. It will come here. It's automatically come here. Automatically come here. Okay. So not required. Okay. And also it's come here. Sorry, not here. No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Come. Okay, that's it. So automatically it will come. This is the inheritance concept. I will tell you, don't worry. So this is the example. I hope should have some clarity. You getting some clarity. You are getting what I am trying to say. You have some clarity. You get some clarity about this topic. Why we need abstract class. This is the beauty of the abstract class. If you have any common method, you can declare and utilize this thing. If you like, this is not a burger like car. If you car, every car having like four wheels, na? Every car having four wheels. So why every car having four wheels? One is steering, and also one engine. Also one engine is there, na? So why we are declaring everywhere. So we should declare a three method with the one like car. Okay, car class. We declare one car class. We declare one car class and declare one four methods as abstract. Just providing abstraction. Abstraction in the other sense is the hiding of the code. Hiding. Okay. So if you abstract, not required to implement immediate. If you whenever you want, you can implement and update your project. Update your project. Also abstraction using for the updation. If you right now your website having 3 to 4 services, it's okay. You want to provide only 2 services right now, implement and provided. If you don't want to provide 2 more services right now, just declare as an abstract. When you update your website in the future, then implement this method and update it. This will automatically reflected. Okay, everyone, getting my voice now? Everyone. Okay. So now, one more question I have. Some more question, little bit, some more question are there. One or two sessions like questions. So it's my responsibility. You should know all these things. I will tell you all these things. Don't worry. The question is, what is the abstract method and concrete method? What is the abstract method and concrete? The main interviewer asked this question. Why seeing this your face as a fresher? If not, main interviewer asked this question. As a fresher, if you go as a fresher, then interviewer may ask this question. So your answer is, an abstract method. An abstract method means it contains only header. Contains only header. This is the technical term. I'm not teaching any other thing. Header without body, but concrete. Spelling is correct. Na? Concrete. Good. Method is it fully contains body also. Okay. Here you can see now. Here you can see. Sorry. Here you can see now. This is the abstract method. This is the concrete method having the body and abstract method not having the body. That's it. Simple. One note point is there when you ask question. Note. No. In Java, if may I ask question this, after give the answer, if after giving you this answer to the interviewer asks this question. Okay, observe. Class contains at least one method, one abstract method, then that class must be an abstract class. Okay. But and abstract one abstract class may may not contain abstract methods, may or may not contain abstract. So one more note point I want to tell you. In Java, we cannot create object. This is the note point. Object for abstract classes, abstract class and also interfaces. Oh, what is the meaning here? Note point. In Java, if your class contains at least one abstract method, then the class must be an abstract. If here, watch it. If this method is contain abstract, contain class header, sorry, at least one abstract method. Here is the one abstract method now. Then you should declare class as the abstract. Okay. If the class is a abstract, so not required to any method, you should declare as abstract. It's the not compulsory, it's optional. Okay, totally optional. Oh, now most important point is we cannot create object. We cannot create object for Java, for abstract classes and interfaces. So this is all about today. So I want to wind up the session. So if you have any query, you have any query, comment on the comment box. Okay, then I will give you answer to within 24 hours. I will read your comment on the comment box. Please watch this video properly, and I will upload this note on my Telegram channel called the Java Programming by ITSP. ITSP, it means IT Study Path Technology, ITSP Technologies. Go and subscribe the channel for the more technology videos free of cost. And I am also planning for the AWS course free of cost. This is the surprise for you. After some days, I will upload it. Also, if it is possible, if it's more student collaborate with us, then I will also share the meeting live classes. I will teach on a meeting, the free of cost. Why? Because I am learning free. I learn these things free of cost. Like that's why I'm providing these things. So you can go and watch, try to watch the video, go in the IT Study Path channel. This is the channel name. I will tell you the channel. Go into the YouTube, search YouTube. Type full name. Right now you can type full name. iTrick Study Path. Okay. iTrick, ITRIK, not C. iTrick. Okay. iTrick Study Path. Come into the picture. Yeah. You will get this channel. So you will get this channel. This is the session 1. You can watch. First, you watch this session and click here. Pause this video. Not record. This is the channel. This is the channel in the Telegram. Java Programming by ITSP. Click here and try to join. Click here. This is not opening. I don't know why I'm not working Telegram right now. This, but you can go and simply watch this video and join this channel. You can use like Telegram. Also, you can join on the Telegram, this channel. A number of channels are there. You can join any channels, but videos are there in this channel, but only notes are I will upload on this one channel. Okay, this is the channel. Only Java related technology, Java related notes I will upload on this channel. Okay, Java Programming by ITSP. ITSP, IT study part. Okay, so go on and try to watch this video. Also one I will create. I had created one playlist also. One playlist here. Advanced Java 130p. Okay. So thank you, yaar. Try to share this channel with your friend. Thank you. We will meet tomorrow. Next session. We will meet next session. Next video. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care. Take care yourself. Take care your family. Be with your family. Respect your parent and mothers and father also. Don't use unnecessary things right now. Just focus on your study. Okay. Thank you.